y'all. Yes, y'all. You know what it is. It's them kids and wives and 925s, but we are still married to the games. Episode 308. Yes, sir. It's your boy Gabe Patillo with Tim Router, Ed Placencia, and Chris McCracken, of course. And as always, we are talking games and life and games. And I know what you're thinking. If this is the first time you're listening to the show, you're like, whoa, this might be a little bit too much for me. All that energy up top. I want you to know I'm faking it. It's not real.
I'll fix that.
It is not. It's put on.
Mm.
So if you don't enjoy the energy, at least you know it's not real sugar. It's stevia or whatever.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh man. Hope all you guys are doing good. Thank you guys so much for being here. Chris McCracken.
Yeah. What's up?
You sound.
I was just here hanging out.
Yeah,
y'all
exactly.
podcasting or something?
I like the Chris McCracken I'm getting this week so far. Already.
Well, he does not have technical difficulties.
Last week's was bitter.
He was not happy.
No, he was not happy.
He was ready to just be like, you know what? Y'all got this. I'm going myself back to bed.
He was raging. What is going down with you this week?
More rage! No.
Hulk smash!
Honestly, like,
Trogdor.
So there wasn't really a ton that happened this week, so I don't have a lot to go over. But as you will know, the school supply drive at work was last week. It was a great event overall. We raised a lot of money. I think we raised something like $77,000 or something. For
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's great.
Which was
For color pencils and stuff and Trapper Keepers?
Yeah, just all kinds of different school supply related stuff for the CPS here in Dallas and whatnot. It was, I think last year we only raised something, which I say only, I mean, it was still a big number, but I think we raised somewhere around 40 something. So we really blew that number out of the water. So that was a lot of really good news for the CPS and all the areas, all the kids around here that are like needing the help, you know, so they can finally have some stuff to go back to school. The not so good part about it is that lip sync battle happened and it turned out to be a defeat.
Oh,
no.
Yeah, and it wasn't even like a skin of our teeth defeat. Like, no, like it was bad. Like we got last place, bad.
Oh, dude.
So
You were so confident.
yeah. So I mean, there's a lot of different little factors that I could be like, well, but this and well, but that, and there was a whole entire format change this year, which kind of threw everybody for a loop. But at the same time, it really doesn't matter. At the end of the day, you know, we were defeated. We weren't the better team. And I was actually kind of in a weird way, you know, obviously I'm a bit competitive and you want to win, but at the same time, the team that did win was representing the DC, which for people who don't know, like we have a really large 1 million square foot building and it's our distribution center and our home offices all attached in one building. So a lot of times the office and the DC for these special events will get to come together and like all be as one big family or whatever. So it was nice. It's been a while since we did something that was kind of contest related where DC representation really held strong and won. And so in that respect, it was really nice to see the DC side get a win and kind of go out on top and everything. So that was really nice for them and super exciting. I know for sure they're going to be celebrating that probably all the way until next year. And they're like, oh yeah, we won lip sync, you know, so
you're like, we get it.
Yeah. So it was a really good thing for them. And they did a good job. There was a third team or the other team that got second place. She did really well too, and she was super nervous. This was her first time, and she did two songs that were like totally that you would not expect for her to probably do. And I was like, you know what? I just have a feeling. I feel you're going to do really well, and she did. She did an amazing job. Like it was really close, you know, according to the people who were judging it. They're like, it's really close when it came down to the two, and they both did a really good job. So I was super happy for them. Super proud of the amount of money that we were able to raise. And all that went really well. On Saturday,
and it makes for a better story for next year when you recapture the title.
Believe me, man, my wheels
you
are
go.
turning in my head.
He's Rocky Balboaing in his head right now. He's running in the
ship.
He's running in Russia and doing sit-ups and pull-ups in a barn somewhere. He's crushing
already
it
hired
right now.
backup
I've
dancers.
just been punching all the hanging meat carcasses.
Exactly.
Yeah. We need a thing with you and like James Corden.
That's right.
Yes.
Yeah,
Like a whole training segment.
yeah, probably.
Cue the
so.
montage.
You're the best around.
How do you even do that high this early in the morning?
don't know.
I have
dude.
no idea.
Right?
I can't get that high typically. So.
I have to do that 4 octaves down.
Nothing's ever
You're the
going to
best.
keep you down.
Around. Yeah.
The only other thing really that we did this weekend, my stepfather, every now and then, there's this restaurant in the local downtown area where they live that he'll go and he'll play like for a couple of hours. So we went over there and we watched him play while, we had dinner and everything and just hung out with some friends and family. And the cool thing about it,
You
the
mean
place
like
really
play
likes
guitar or something?
Yeah, he'll play his guitar and he
Oh,
brings
cool.
like his little setup with his speakers and all that kind of
that's
stuff.
fun.
And he'll go through his different ones. Yeah, and the place, he doesn't do it a ton, but the place that he does it for really enjoys when he does it because every time he does it, they pack the place out because he tells all of his friends and they all want to come watch him play. So
Oh, nice.
yeah, so it's really I know he gets a real big kick out of it, not just doing it because he enjoys playing and he's always been into music and doing that in front of people, but I know he gets a kick out of the fact that he's able to help them out, and really bring in pack the house kind of thing. So that was a lot of fun, and we hadn't been over there in a while to see my mom, stepdad, and everything. So that was really nice. That was pretty much it last week on the gaming front. I've played, most of the typical things, the H1Z1, a little bit of Overwatch, some more Hammond, trying to still get him figured out. I don't quite have the hold of how he works yet. And the new event's coming out soon, so I'm looking forward to that. And I jumped back into Detroit, and I've played about, I don't know, I feel like it was 4 to 5 hours of it. So I feel like I've
Nice.
made a good headway in it. But I don't really have, it's one of those things where I feel like I'm halfway or a little past halfway, but I don't really know. Because I haven't looked up how long it takes to beat, and I haven't watched anybody's Let's Play past what I have already done because I didn't want to have anything spoiled. I want to kind of figure it out, so I don't really have a good idea of where I am. But it's going
Are you
well.
liking it though?
I still am intrigued by a lot of the different story elements. I still hate the camera and think that that's complete garbage. So
Yeah.
outside of that, I mean, yeah, it's fine. And I will say this: I'm not good at keeping Mr. Connor alive. It's just not my thing. I even was like, all right, well, I'll do some different ways than I typically would want to see if maybe I need to be more stern here. Nope, that didn't work. Maybe I need to be accommodating. Nope, that didn't work.
Oh, that's
So,
so
yeah.
funny.
Luckily,
Thank God he's an android.
yeah, luckily he's an android. He's been rebooted a couple times, so I don't know if that's the case for the other ones.
How many lives have you gone through with him?
I think 3.
Really?
2 for sure. I think there was one other one.
That
oh my
is
gosh.
hilarious.
Yeah. So I mean, but it's interesting. And there was this one scene that I got to, and I was like, "Uh-oh, is this gonna go?" Not because I thought I was gonna get him killed, but it was just it went to. I don't want to spoil
Yes,
anything, but
I
it
know
went
what
to
you're
a
gonna
place,
say.
and I was like, "How's this gonna go?" And it really wasn't
Yeah.
that bad. So I was like, "Oh, okay." It stayed kind of. I thought it was gonna go. We were gonna head towards R, and we stayed like PG-13.
Yep.
Yeah. So
Yep.
I was
There
like,
you
"All
go.
right, that's okay. I can deal with that."
I'll allow that.
Yeah. But that's pretty much been it. I know this week, or actually tonight, I think, spoiler for Router and the new releases, Overcooked, the new version,
Yeah.
Overcooked
Yes,
2 or
sir.
whatever, comes on
That's
tonight.
right.
So tonight,
that's today?
yeah, that comes out today, and Katie and Kale had already purchased it. We hadn't purchased it yet, and so we're actually going to go over to their house, have dinner, and then we're just going to play Overcooked 2. Because I know that you can
Nice.
play it online, so technically we could be staying at home and doing it, but that game, because we've already played the first one, couch co-op, it just feels right. So we're going to go back over there and play that. So that's going to be a
That's
lot of fun.
cool.
Really looking forward to that tonight. And that is
Nice.
pretty much it. I'm trying really hard to get Detroit done before Spider-Man drops in
Spider-Man.
September. Yeah. And I feel like I've made good headway on that, and I'll be able to do it. But
How far,
we'll see.
the part that you thought you were going to be nervous about, how far past that are you? Like how many story chapters, I guess?
Maybe 1 or 2, because I can't remember that, because you follow essentially 3 different androids and the story breaks
Yeah.
up. I don't remember if the Connor one was the last one I did or if the Marcus one was the last one I did. There's a distinct Marcus thing that happened, and I don't remember if it was before or after that one.
Yeah. Okay.
And actually, shoot, it may have been the Kara thing because there was something big that happened to all three of them, a big event. Well, maybe, I don't know if that's the right way to put it, but a big thing that was like, oh, wow, I wasn't expecting that kind of thing.
Right.
So,
right.
And I don't remember which one was before the other one because it jumps around every single time. So
yeah. I feel like pretty early on in the game, there's a scene with Marcus that has to do with painting. And I feel like after that scene, the story just takes off and doesn't stop.
Yeah, it definitely does. His has gone much quicker ever since that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So and clearly there's a lot of setup then, huh?
Yeah, and it's
not too bad though.
No, I didn't mind it. But it's just kind of like, oh, wow, we are really going now.
It's really just to let you, it seems like they used it to let you get used to the controls.
Mm-hmm.
The setup. And then I'm glad to hear that because that's where I stopped playing. And I haven't gotten back to it yet. Mm-hmm.
The Kara arc, if you will, I have no idea where that's going to go. It's like I feel like I know the way that the Connor thing's going. I feel like I kind of know the way the Marcus thing is going. You know, I'm expecting some kind of twist that changes it up, but for the most part, they're going a certain direction. And Kara is like, I know what her end goal is, but she keeps running into so many stumbling blocks along the way that I have no idea where it's going to go. Like I have no idea.
Chris is like, I've killed her like 7 times.
No, I've not killed her.
She just won't die.
Right.
I've not killed her or Marcus. I've actually done really good with the both of them, but Connor, man.
Have you played any chapters, Chris, where at the end when they show you the this could have been tree, you're like, oh wow, I missed a ton?
Yes. Actually, well, it depends on how you look at it, because you notice a bunch of them, you'll get to the very end, and like you said, it will branch out and shows all these other ones. I don't necessarily, if they all go to the end, they're just different areas. I don't really feel like, oh, I missed them. I just feel like, hey, if I played differently, I would have got that ending. But there was one in particular where I reached the end, but then the tree went way past me for a ways.
Okay,
and I was like, oh my gosh, that one was the only one where I felt like, oh wow, I did it wrong. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like I got the bad ending, if you will, for that chapter. Whereas all the other ones, I just feel like I got one of the variants.
Right.
So, but yeah, there has been a bunch where, there's a lot of options, and there's a few where there's the branching parts in the beginning, but once you get to a certain point, it seems like everybody was going to end up here. They may just have ended there a different way.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, but that one where I ended early kind of threw me for a loop.
The scene we saw at E3 where they were like, you could start a riot or tag the stores. Mm-hmm. A friend came over and played that, and as soon as the chapter started, they crawled back into the manhole they came out of, and just to see what would happen, and the entire chapter ended.
Oh, wow.
So you can skip that entire chapter and just be like, okay, yeah, we're not going to do this after all. And I was like,
That's
oh,
crazy.
wow, you missed a lot.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, see, that one scene, because I know that scene because we saw it at E3, like I haven't reached that yet.
Yeah.
So I feel like I'm about to get where that is, because I have met that girl that was also a big part of that scene. But yeah, I haven't been there. But that's interesting that you can just be like, nope, going back to bed. But that's it for me, guys.
Tim.
Yes, sir.
What'd it do?
Piper's topic of the week is, of course, first grade this week. We start school.
Oh, yeah.
We start school on Friday. We have a half day. We got her teacher assignment this past Friday. They send out a card in the mail. And so everybody was texting or going on the Facebook groups and being like, hey, who all did you get? So Piper's got quite a few friends from her kindergarten in the same class. So that'll be nice. That'll be really great for her. So we're just getting ready for that. We haven't done any camps this past week. So we've been just doing some family days, which has been really fun.
Nice.
Work's been a little bit lighter, and Lauren's just like, you know what? This is our last week until we get into a groove and get her schedule going. So let's do some stuff. So we did. It was great. We last week we went to the Hermitage, which is Andrew Jackson's house. We had been there a long time ago, but Piper's been really, since Philadelphia, she's been really interested in history and just learning some stuff, and she's really good and she's well behaved when it comes to this stuff. So we were like, what the hey, let's go. So we went, and it was a really great time, and that place is amazing. And you could take a horse and carriage ride around the property. So we did that. And you take this great tour of the house, and it's just like a time capsule. It's unbelievable. And I didn't know this, but it's the third most visited presidential house in the U.S. Monticello, which is Thomas Jefferson's, and Mount Vernon, which is George Washington's, are 1 and 2. But I didn't realize that this was as popular as it was. And the tour group that we went with, they put you in bunches. Like there were people from like Wisconsin and the UK, and it was amazing. It was pretty cool to see so many different people from all over. So we did that one day, and then that night we went to go see the group Sugarland. My sister-in-law Kara had gotten my father-in-law tickets for Father's Day because he loves Jennifer Nettles, which is really funny. And so we went and saw them, and dude, they were really good. They were at Bridgestone. And
what?
Yeah, Sugarland was at Bridgestone.
Still,
yeah, it's
good for them.
Yeah, it was a reunion tour basically because they've been on hiatus for 5 years, and so they just. Okay. I mean, it all planned out perfectly. New like a reunion tour and a new album dropping, and so it it was probably good for them to be out and about. But it was a really good show, and Piper fell asleep within the second song in. It was amazing. It was really funny because she was like aggro, like dancing, like for the first 2 songs. She doesn't know all of the songs or anything, but she was just like dancing and going. And next thing you know, she's like on my lap. And then for the whole rest of the show, she was out. It was hilarious. But it was a long day because we had been to the Hermitage prior to that, and then went to go see Sugarland. And then yesterday we did Carnton Plantation, which is here in Franklin. And that was a plantation house that served as a hospital during the Battle of Franklin. The Battle of Franklin, little history for you, was one of the bloodiest battles of the Civil War.
That's why there's so many ghosts.
Exactly. That's why Franklin is such a haunted area. And especially Carnton is very haunted as well. So like, I think it was 10,000 soldiers lost their lives within a 4-hour period. The battle lasted from like 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. on November 30th of 1864, I think. 7,000 of those were Confederates. So the South basically got their butt handed to them because where Carnton Plantation was all in open fields, and the Union armies were basically tucked away back and just picking them off with cannons, and it was basically a slaughter. So the interesting part is the plantation became a hospital for several weeks, and when you tour the house, it's kind of creepy. There are still bloodstains on the floor. From where every room was used. There was like one room they set up like what the operating table would have looked like. And back in those days, they didn't do reconstruction surgery. They just amputated your leg or your arm if there was an injury. So it's weird. You see these very weird blood stains, and like a circular blood stain from a bucket that was probably there. And the creepiest part about it was that those rooms were all carpeted. So the blood actually seeped through the carpet and into the hardwood floors. It was really fascinating. I was like, holy cow, that must have been a nightmare. So, and all the while, Piper's like looking around, and she was really good. And
look
it
at
was
that blood stain, Daddy.
Exactly.
Right.
She's like, they were finger painting over here.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, no, that's don't touch that.
No, let's not touch that. So there's a big cemetery there too for a lot of the soldiers that fell. So we just kind of walked through there, and it was really cool just to like, you just got to capture a little piece of history, not even 3 miles away from our house. And it was really cool. So we had a good time with that. Went to a Nashville Sounds game last night. We had some friends who had some tickets, and they were like, "Hey, you want to go?" And we're like, "Sure." And
man, y'all were doing all kind of boring
I'm
stuff.
telling you, we're doing all kinds of old man stuff, weren't we? So it was.
What sport is the Sounds?
Nashville Sounds is the minor league baseball team.
Okay, all right.
Yep. Sorry.
No worries.
Forgot to include you in that. So that's what's been going down. So I'm
and then
I'm
a knitting
excited.
Convention came through.
Exactly.
Check that.
And then we quilted for a while and did a family quilt.
Next month's the crochet convention.
Yeah. Me and Lauren did pottery like in Ghost.
Exactly.
That was exciting.
That was fun.
Got awkward with Piper standing there.
That's amazing. That was good, Chris. So I'm actually looking forward to kind of getting into like a pretty steady routine. We've got soccer coming up. We've got our soccer team put together. We now go 4 versus 4 with no goalie, and we've got 4 new girls on our team. We were supposed to start practice tonight, but there's a elementary school picnic that goes from 5 to 7, and that's where you can meet your teachers and that kind of stuff. So we canceled that. But it's like we're going to have one practice next Tuesday and then our first game the following Saturday. So soccer is back in full swing. And but it'll be a lot of fun. So on the gaming front, I have played Clash Royale, and that is it. I have not touched the console all week. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's just I'm getting into this funk where like I don't even know if I want to go for the platinum right now on Far Cry, because I'm like, I got to do multiplayer now, and I don't know. And I don't.
You're not liking it that much. Yeah,
I haven't. I just haven't gotten the. Well, when I'm playing, there's nobody around. And then, during the weekend, I wasn't able to really game at night at all. So I'm shooting for nights on the weekends is probably my best shot, because somebody will have Far Cry. Lem hit me up. He's like, I wish I had the game, man, but I can't help you. But he's like, how about Overwatch? I'm like, how about no?
What is the? So I know that there's co-op. There's a co-op trophy for doing missions, but I don't remember. Is there something you have to do?
Yeah, you got to do 3 missions in co-op. And I looked it up, and those missions can be like just blowing up one of those trucks or whatever.
Yeah.
And then you have to kill 100 enemies in multiplayer, and then there's something else. I'm down to like 3 trophies. I've done everything else. I got to level 20.
But the multiplayer stuff in particular, you can do that all solo. Like you don't need a person with you. Right?
Yeah. Well, except for the co-op one. So I mean, I'll.
But the co-op one is in like the open.
That's
world
in the
stuff,
campaign,
right?
Yeah, that's in the campaign.
And like you can just go, because at the very end of the game, you can reset all the outposts. Like you can just go take 2-3 outposts and you'll be fine as well. Yeah. You know, that's so. The multiplayer stuff, while granted, I understand because I'm a multiplayer guy. I enjoy multiplayer stuff, and I hated Far Cry multiplayer. So I get it, but at the same time, you should be able to just, even in your early sessions, not just grind it out. It's going to take you a little while, but you could get it, and you wouldn't need a person for that one in particular.
Yeah, and I may do that for the multiplayer stuff, but for the co-op, I'll definitely, it'd be fun to grab somebody.
Because if you give me heads up, even at a 5:30 session, like I could jump into the co-op thing with you if you needed that. I just need don't text me at 5:30 because I'm not going to hear it.
Oh, I'm texting your butt now.
But
That's
if
happening.
you text me the night before, I can maybe, or a couple days before, so I can plan it out. I could do that. I could get on there.
Yeah, but
if you want to keep hunting,
exactly. I don't know what I want to play next because I'm not like up. I think my next game is Assassin's Creed. Because I don't think I'm doing Odyssey, or I don't think I'm doing Spider-Man, but
really?
Yeah, I'm not excited about it yet, so I'm going to let you guys figure that one out, and you tell me if it's worth a shot. I love the Rocksteady games, but at some, like, even the Batman ones got a little like after a while. So I don't know. We'll see. I've got South Park. I may try Bloodborne. Because I've downloaded that when it was on free. I just want to just see what it's like and see if it gravitates to me or not. But I don't know. I'm kind of in this little. I don't know what to play now.
If you start Bloodborne, you owe it to yourself to at least go through and defeat the first boss,
right?
To have a full idea of the scope of what it's going to give you.
Yeah,
I did that.
Yeah.
Because then you'll know, like, oh, this is working for me, or this is really, which you may kind of know beforehand, but you owe it to yourself to at least experience one boss fight to see kind of what that's like. Yeah,
exactly. So yeah. Other than that, just some Clash Royale, and as always, trying to get our clan keep our clan in the silver leagues because
we got spanked those last couple times.
Yeah, it's been brutal, but it's so much fun. I just cannot stop putting that game down. So that's it for me. I'm your boring that's your boring weekly update, so everybody can wake up now.
More history.
Yay, history.
Chris McCracken.
Yes.
Or Ed Placencia.
I mean, Ed Placencia. I was just saying hi to Chris real quick.
That's right.
What's up, man?
You didn't let me finish. All I did was take a breath. Oh, Chris, isn't that crazy, all that stuff that Router did?
Man,
anyway,
that was
Ed
nuts.
Placencia. Man, I ain't even let a brother talk up in here.
Oh my gosh.
Hashtag 5:30 a.m. hosting.
That's right.
Right.
Edward,
Yes, sir.
how are you, bud?
Good, man. Sarah and I are back home in Indiana. We
Yay.
had a nice time in Jacksonville. It was pretty laid back, pretty low key. We spent most of the time, of course, in a coffee shop during the day and just holed up at Bold Bean Cafe on the beach. And
There you go.
we were there. We pretty much just made that our home office, and while we were out there, and to the point where we got to know all the baristas, and the one guy was like, "Do you guys live here? Because you're here every day." So it was nice just getting to kind of know the crowd and what have you. That was a lot of fun. Got to see her brother and go out to dinner with him. The food there was amazing, great seafood, of course. And so yeah, it was just a nice, chill, relaxed time. Played a lot of Aldo's Odyssey while I was down in
come on now.
Florida. Oof, man, that game is just too addicting, and
It's so good.
so
and
good.
tough.
And
You know,
tough.
the stuff that they want you to do in there.
Dude, are you kidding me? Oh my gosh.
Mhm.
But I'm up for the challenge. So yeah, I had a good time playing that while we were out of town. We got back Sunday and got back into some Overwatch. Tried out the Forza Horizon 2, which is on the Xbox Games with Gold. And man, I was playing that, and I'm like, this is Forza Horizon 2. And I think 4 is the last one that came out. And this game, if you told me it just came out new, those car games look so good.
They always do.
Really?
Yeah.
It's just like, man, now when they
I believe that.
get people in there and they try to animate people, then you're like, okay, yeah, this is a few years old. But when it's just the car and the scenery, man, that game looks so good. And it's a Forza Horizon 2 game, so it's, what to expect, and it's a lot of fun. Guitar Hero Live, I hopped back into.
That is awesome.
So
That is
So
amazing.
I'm bored.
I'm trying to play as much online competitive as I can, because at the end of the year they close competitive down, and so
Oh.
and so I'm just trying to get in as much as I can and see how high I can get ranked and what have you. And then not Tuesday, Monday. At some point, I played South Park, the new DLC, Bring the Crunch.
Nice.
Oh, yeah. I saw that you were playing that. Let me ask you something, Ed.
Yes.
Am I just paying attention, or are you twitching a lot more than you did, say, 6 months ago?
I am twitching a lot more than I did 6 months.
Okay. I was
Yeah.
like, how did I miss that he twitches this much?
Yeah.
Because I've really enjoyed, like, even if I don't say anything, just jumping in and watching you for, even if it's only 5 to 10 minutes and
Nice.
then hopping back out. So I was like, has he always done this and I've just been oblivious?
No, I've kind of changed my work schedule. So I get up in the morning and I spend the first half of the day doing Sarah's work, and then the second half, right around noon, a little after noon, I try to make a daily thing where I hop on Twitch for an hour or two
Okay.
and stream. So
I
yeah,
got you.
yeah,
Somebody's
yeah.
trying to get affiliate status up in here.
Struggling for affiliate status. Are you kidding me? Come on.
That's hilarious.
They don't just hand that out, huh? You got to
gotta
start
earn that.
streaming at night.
I know, right?
Every time you stream, I'm like 11:58 a.m.
I got to play some more Jackbox. Get people in there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, man.
But Jared, who's in the community, had told me about the South Park DLC and just said, it's South Park. It's crazy, and it goes off the rails at the end. And he did not.
That's amazing.
He did not downplay that a bit. It was a tough DLC.
Was it?
At the end there, it's boss battle after boss battle after boss battle, and if you die, you go back to the first of the final boss battles.
Oh boy!
Wow.
Lordy.
And yeah, I almost
Almost
said,
rage quit that thing.
I almost quit. I was like, no matter what happens, this is my last time playing this. And if I die, I'm stopping. I'm turning this off. And if I make it through, then we'll go through. But I'm not playing this again tonight.
It was Russian roulette with South Park.
That's right.
Oh, I can't stand that.
And I powered through, got to the end, and then it took a twist, and I was like, just laughing so hard. It was like, okay, all is forgiven. That
Yeah.
was fun.
Really?
Nice. Good.
Yeah.
Good.
So
Doggone. Okay, so tell me again, just what kind, do I need to get this game? Like, what kind of game is it?
It's South Park
Because it's on the Switch. You know what I mean? And
right.
so it's like every now and then I've seen it and I'm like, should I play that? I don't know.
I think that would be a good bunk game for you. You'd be laughing half the time
while I'm in there just cracking up.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. It's.
And I don't, besides, I think Persona, I'm not really a turn-based game, but because it's
turn-based, yeah.
Because it's South Park, it hides it well because it's so funny while you're even doing the turn-based stuff. It's just the things they say when they get a hit or take a hit or.
So great. Do you like the new combat style versus from the Stick of Truth?
I love it. I love it.
Good.
Yeah.
Because I enjoyed the first one too, and I heard they elevated the combat even more in this one. So I'm very, very much looking forward to that.
Yeah.
So is it really is it a turn-based RPG? Is that the kind of game it is at its core?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Gotcha.
It's a lot of fun, Gabe. I think you would enjoy it.
Yes, definitely. Definitely.
I started the Fractured, but I haven't. I just like the first hour, but I'm gonna go ahead and restart it anyway.
Oh, right.
I need to do it, but you will laugh out loud. It's really funny.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's wrong fun, and
definitely
sometimes you need
right.
that.
Definitely wrong.
Yes, but I think that's pretty much it. Sarah's brother is coming into town, I think, this weekend. So I'm trying to get in.
Which means he's there now. I'm here.
I know.
Hey.
Exactly.
Oh, jeez.
So we expect him anytime now.
Oh, gosh.
They did say they were going to. They're coming in for a wedding, and they said they're going to Ohio first for like the shower, and then they're coming here. But they never say how long or what those dates are. It's nice now that we have a guest room finished. So that kind of makes it nice.
That's good.
That it'll be a little nicer for everyone, I think. So, yeah. But other than that, it's all gravy.
All
That's
gravy,
amazing.
baby.
Mm-hmm.
Chris McCracken.
Chris McCracken.
Well, lip sync battle was a loss.
Again.
But I looked good.
Yeah, you did.
Exactly. Oh my gosh. This our travel just these last couple of weeks have just been so crazy. And so we were up in the great Northeast this weekend, and it was really fun. And we had a day off in New York, and I walked the crap out of that city.
Good job. That is totally the way to do it.
It was awesome. Like now for me, I walked the crap out of it. Like some people might be like, "No, whatever, you ain't even go nowhere." But like I think we mapped it out afterwards, and I think I did like 7 or 8 miles or something like that.
Good for you, dude.
Wow,
easy to do there.
Yeah, exactly. And so it was a little bit of a bummer because it rained a little bit and stuff like that. But overall, it was a good time. So we were in, gosh, I don't even remember, New Jersey and New York and Ohio and a couple other places. Exactly. And crazy enough, I did go to the Nintendo store. I put it out on Twitter.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, man, I really want to go to the Nintendo store today, but I got my Atari shirt on. Is that going to feel weird?
Dude. If I can wear my Cubs hat in New York, you can wear your Atari shirt.
You're not going to burst into flames or anything.
Exactly. You just never know.
Right.
Right.
And so I went over there and I almost found some kid. Here's the problem with having kids. More than one kid, I should say. When you have one kid, you can find a gift and buy it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
When you have 3 kids, you have to find 3 gifts and buy them.
Yep.
And so I almost found gifts for the kids, but
isn't Milo like a write-off? I mean, you can get him, anything. I'm like, here's a gum wrapper.
And that there is truth to that.
Okay.
However, at the same time, like, you just feel bad because you're like, oh, look at him not having anything.
Right.
Because he is old enough to like play with stuff.
You can play with the gum wrapper.
Yeah, exactly. He's
Here's
not
a
old
Q-tip.
enough to. Yeah, he's not old enough to be like, oh, what about mine?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So I had like 2 things on my head. I had like an Eevee plush for Amara because she loves Eevee for some strange reason, which is a Pokemon. I don't know why she loves Eevee, but she just does. And then I had a Pikachu, which really was like it was a kind of a throwaway for Remy.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And then I was going to get Milo a shirt, but then they didn't carry shirts small enough for him. They had like onesies and then they had like youth extra smalls.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So they didn't have like the 2T, situation in the store, at least that I saw. So that's why I didn't do it.
Right.
But it was a good day. I got to meet up with a lady that does voiceover for a living and talk to her kind of just about
nice.
that and things like that. She's the voice of L'Oreal. So if you've ever seen a L'Oreal commercial,
Oh, nice.
that's her. And she's been doing it for 15 years and pays
Yeah.
her bills like that, living in New York.
That's awesome.
And so she kind of says it like she's an actress by trade, or actress, call it as an actor.
Mhm.
Actor by trade, like she wants to do more on film stuff, but voiceover is her day job.
Right.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yep. That's
So
cool.
that's what keeps the bills paid, and then she gets to do the other stuff. Really, really sweet. She was really kind. And then in Ohio yesterday, I got a nice surprise. Derek Putnam, who is on the Discord and he's on Twitter as well. He was like, "Hey, I'm at the same event you're at." And so I got to go meet Derek, which was really cool. We only got to talk for a little bit, but it was just a nice surprise to have a Married to the Games person there. And it just kind of really showed how spread out we are.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I
Right.
just didn't expect for somebody to be there, and somebody was there, and it was awesome to link up and chat for a minute and see what he's about and things like that. So that's been cool. And then because the travel and because I'm an idiot, I brought my PlayStation on the road this last week, and I was like, all right, I'm definitely gonna have some downtime one of these days.
Mm-hmm.
And so I packed all my stuff up, and then I got to the hotel one day, and it was like, all right, I got to the hotel at noon, and they didn't need me again till 6.
Oh, perfect.
And I was like, all right, here you go. Let me get my stuff out. All right, PlayStation. All right, check. Controller, check. Power cord, check. HDMI, half check.
Oop.
I had accidentally grabbed the HDMI to mini HDMI that we had bought for the for the show.
Oh no.
For episode 300 to come out of the camera. And I was like, well, most of the time, these hotels, like, you're plugged up to a little box there. Those are HDMI. Nope.
No.
And so I called the front desk. I was like, hey, you guys have any HDMIs laying around? Nope. So I carried my PlayStation around for nothing this last weekend.
Oh.
Which, kind of sucks, but that's all right. And same thing, man. I have been playing a bunch of altos because we've been in such weird places for internet. At least when I was just chilling. Like, obviously New York is fine, but I walked around all that day. And so even like I missed I think I missed like 2 clan wars over the weekend. I was like, golly, this sucks. In Clash Royale. But just Altos Odyssey, man. That's all I've been playing. The only thing that's weird about Altos is I've been taking remember I was telling you I took some pictures in game, and I have no idea where those go on my phone. Like, they just disappear and like, oh yeah, you took a picture, and I'm like looked all through my files and everything. I cannot find where those things are, so I might dive in a little deeper on that and try to figure that out. But yeah, pretty boring on the gaming side. I really want to be playing some Horizon Zero Dawn, but
I want you to too.
I have not been doing that, and so this week we drive to New Mexico, which is a long drive.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that is.
But Toby's been feeling a little under the weather.
Oh, no.
And so it's kind of easier for us to drive it than fly it. Like when you're flying and just the cabin pressure and all that, I think he's got strep throat.
Oh, dang.
That stinks.
Yeah, so.
That's not like a little sniffle. That's
trying to stay away from that, dude.
Yikes.
He's like, can I tell you something? I'm like, yep, from there.
Yep. You got
my number.
How about you call me?
Right.
Have you had your antibiotics for 24 hours? Because right now you're contagious. I'm putting a hazmat suit on if you come near me.
Right. So everybody's been giving him like the elbow. Like, hey, all right, stay over there.
Stay over there. I know we love you, but stay over there. That's funny.
So that's it for me. Oh, I did have one bummer. So when we were in New York, so for anybody that's been to New York, you kind of know that if you want to go like 6 miles, there's a good chance that takes an hour and a half.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm walking around, and I tweeted out the thing about going to the Nintendo store, and Sammy texted me, Sammy, who I've talked about a bunch on the show, who was on tour with us. He was like, "You're in New York City?" And I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "I'm in New York City." And I was like, "What?" I was like, "Let's meet up." And he's like, "Well, I'm at this convention thing, so I got to be here from this time to this time, and then this time to this time." But he was down at Barclays Center where they had the Overwatch thing.
No way.
Yeah.
So he was like just far enough away that it was an hour for us to get back and forth to each other.
Oh, yeah.
So we were like, okay, well, let's just meet up afterwards. And then I had headed back to the hotel, and I was like, oh, well, I'll head back to the hotel, wait for him. He didn't end till like 9:30.
Oh, man.
And then by then it was like between the hotel and him was a 2-hour drive for 11 miles.
Wow.
So we didn't end up getting to
Were
meet
you
up.
staying
I
in
was
Midtown?
So disappointed. We were staying in Hoboken.
Oh, you were in Hoboken at the time.
Yeah.
In the old Hoboken.
Oh, gotcha.
Right.
So, I mean, you could
That
have
old
taken the
Hoboken.
trains over there, but it probably would
Yeah, I
have.
don't know how that works.
Yeah.
I
don't
was
blame
all
you.
day. Everybody's like, "Oh, we should just take the train up." I'm like, yeah. I'm like, I don't know how to do that.
Yeah. No, I hear you. Yeah. Oh, it's amazing. 1 mile in New York is 30 minutes easily.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, I'm trying to see Ready Player One this week though.
Ooh.
With these
Nice.
long drives coming up, I haven't seen it yet. And Toby and the guys we've been having family movie night on the road.
Oh, fun.
And so we watched the 310 to Yuma last week,
very nice.
which was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had never seen that, and so we're gonna watch. I think we're gonna watch Ready Player One this week. So we'll
Oh,
see
that's
what
great.
happens. All right, that's it. Chris McCracken.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just
Yes.
kidding. Router.
Yes.
You got it.
Yes.
Well, let's do it.
Alrighty, let's start with some new releases. Armored Warfare for the Xbox One. Salt and Sanctuary for the Switch. Hyper
That's right.
Universe Xbox One. H1Z1 Battle Royale for the PS4. Overcooked, as Mr.
Oh, that's
Quick
right,
Crack
because
said.
H1Z1's out of beta.
That's right. Overcooked.
Hey, Chris, can you explain real quick there's some differences. So I don't know if it's like, because as it's been in beta, it's been free, the Battle Royale.
Ye-
But you said it's a little different now.
Well, yes and no. So their blog post even on the PlayStation blog where they were talking about it, one of the representatives from Daybreak Games, which is the developer, they didn't clearly spell out, at least that I saw, that yes, the game is going to continue to be free to play. I'm assuming it is though, because basically what they're doing is they're introducing it. I think it's called like a battle pass, and if I remember right, it was only like $5 if you want it. But they said we're going to have tiers to the area where you get you can get gear and stuff to drop for you. And they said so basically we're going to have a free area where you get like 1 drop a week or something if you're completing challenges and whatnot. We're going to have a PlayStation Plus one where you get something every other day or every couple days you'll get something. And then if you pay for the premium battle pass or whatever, you can basically get a reward every single day that you play. Again, I think it's probably tied to completing certain challenges or whatnot. I don't think it's just sign in and you get a reward.
Right.
But then again, it might be. I'm not really sure. So I think the game is going to stay free to play. This is just this battle pass thing is something they're introducing. And the way that they talked about it, it almost made me think like, well, maybe this is everybody on PC knows what they're talking about, because they talked about it in a way that seems like, yeah, this is a thing that you should know about, but I don't know about that. And I play the open beta right now. And I'm like, yeah, you can get drops like as you level up, but outside of that, like, and there are challenges, but there's not like this tier thing where I can see like, this is what I could earn today. So I don't really know what they're talking about. And outside of that, the only other difference with the game, like that you'll notice right away anyways, is that there's going to be a couple new weapons and there's going to be at least one new vehicle introduced into the game as part of the launch of the officially out of beta on PS4. But outside of that, I mean, I think it's still just going to basically be the same game, just with some new features. And if you decide to buy this battle pass, you can earn more stuff, I guess. I don't know.
There you go.
Yeah.
Nice. Mm-hmm. So that's out for the PS4. We've got Overcooked 2 for the PC, PS4, Xbox One, and Switch. Also, expansion pack for Hearthstone, the Boomsday Project, is out this week. Let me dabble into that a little bit. Dead Cells for the PS4, Xbox One, and Switch. Flipping Death for the PC, PS4, Xbox One, and Switch. Slam Land for the PC, PS4, and Switch. Okami HD for the Switch.
Oh, yeah.
Madden NFL 19 comes out on PC, PS4, and Xbox One on August 10th.
There you go.
TerraTech for the PC, Xbox One, and PS4. We Happy Few. I know we've talked about this.
Right.
That's already out?
That's coming out. PC, PS4, Xbox One. This Friday, August 10th.
I wanted to play that, too.
Did you ever play the demo?
There was a demo?
Yeah.
Oh.
Dang, your boy loves a demo.
Yes,
Right?
your boy does love a demo.
How was it?
I didn't enjoy it enough
it.
when I saw what the price was, I was like, yeah, I'm not going to get this.
What do you mean? Saw what the price
For
was?
me, the demo
just a
was
$60
nothing
game?
like what I thought the game was going to be.
Yeah,
based
same.
on the first trailer. Now, my understanding is that the game's there's areas of the game that are closer to what that first trailer was, but it's more of like a survival game.
Yeah, after I played the demo, I was like, this might be maybe a $30 game. And I saw the price. I was like, yeah, I'm not going to get this. Don't let me get this.
Why don't let you get this?
That is funny.
Wait. What do you mean more like a survival game?
Like, it feels like a survival game. You're outside of the city where the police guys are with the funky faces and all the people with the weird smiley masks. And you're basically trying to infiltrate into the city and get gear to go back outside the city to live off of or something. At least in the demo that I played, that's what you were doing. And I don't know if that's representative of the entire game, but the little thing that I played, I was like, this is not at all what I was expecting and not at all fun for me. So I said, nope.
Interesting.
Doggone it.
Wow.
I hate that.
Because I thought the atmosphere and the feel like of that first trailer was awesome. I was like, man, this is interesting.
Definitely. It almost looked like a Dishonored type.
Yeah, it did look a little Dishonored.
Yeah. And
maybe a little more cartoony.
Yeah.
Shoot. Because I always thought it was going to be like a kind of like a BioShock Infinite kind of situation.
Yeah, that's what it looked like a little bit. Which would have been awesome.
Yeah, don't think that.
That's awesome.
I hate that. Shoot.
The only other game is Tiny Hands Adventure for the PC and Switch. That comes out on Friday as well.
And I'm Bernice. Sorry.
And I'm Bernice.
What?
That's good.
You know the Kristen Wiig. Yeah, the Kristen Wiig with her tiny hands on SNL.
Yeah.
All the way from the Finger Lakes.
All the way from the
Yes.
Thank you. Yeah. Exactly.
Why are there so many bubbles?
Yeah.
All right, that's it for new releases. We don't have an oops. We finally have NPD for June.
Oh my gosh, thank you.
This is yeah, I know, right? This is US only. Here we go.
Of this year?
Yes.
It's 2018. No,
This is June of 2018, not 17. So in June, the games industry brought in $1.08 billion, up 25% year over year.
When did they say you're going to say tut trillion dollars?
I can do million too if you want.
That's true.
Year-to-date sales of both headsets and gamepads have achieved an all-time record high for a June tracking period as well.
Headset.
So hardware total was 350 million, up 52% from 231 million last year.
From last year, really?
Yep.
Wow.
PC and console software, 374 million, down 1% from 379 million last year. Accessories, 353 million, up 38% from 255 million. Here we go. Top 10 games. Number 10, Detroit Become Human.
Hey.
Number 9, Crash Bandicoot, the Insane Trilogy.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Number 8, FIFA 18.
Sure.
Number 7, Lego Incredibles, which I thought was pretty interesting. That's great.
Wow.
Number 6, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
What?
Always, man, that has been in the charts all the time. Every month it's been in there.
Hang it.
Number 5, Far Cry 5. Number 4, The Crew 2. Number 3, GTA 5.
Of course.
Okay.
Number 2, God of War.
All right.
Okay.
Number 1, Mario Tennis Aces.
Yeah.
Nintendo won big as the month's top publisher when Mario Tennis Aces debuted on June 22nd and instantly set a record as Nintendo's best-selling tennis game in terms of first month sales. Well done.
That's really
Nintendo.
specific.
That's a really small.
Yeah, exactly.
How can we
small
spin this?
pool to choose from?
How can we spin this? Exactly. On the hardware front, consumers spent $350 million on hardware in June, thanks mainly to the battle royale sensation Fortnite. Sony's PlayStation 4 was the best-selling console and remains the top platform year to date. But Microsoft and Nintendo also saw.
I heard it wasn't.
I heard it was Nintendo's NES Classic.
Yeah,
that's what I heard too.
Yeah. It is. Hang on a second. And Nintendo also saw their sales increase year over year. Xbox made almost twice, and the Switch sold more than 50%. Nintendo did, however, sell the most consoles with its NES Classic. So I don't know.
There we go. Okay. That's weird to say both.
I know. It's weird to say best-selling and remains the top platform, but at the same time, well, maybe they meant best-selling. Oh, they meant
Just
best-selling
overall?
year to date. Nintendo took it for the month.
Yes. That's
There,
right.
there it is. Okay.
That makes sense.
Yeah, that makes way more
What?
sense. So, there you go. Anyway, that is finally NPD for June of 2018.
What?
Chris McCracken.
Hey,
Yeah, exactly.
that one
It is
actually.
going to Chris McCracken.
That one actually made sense.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna start with since I'm getting one here, hopefully someday. We're gonna start some Tesla news.
Hey.
So, Mr. Elon Musk, who likes to get himself in trouble on Twitter, he also said he recently came out and said that he promised, quote, some of the best Atari games will be playable in Tesla cars as part of version 9.0 software update coming in a few weeks. The executive provided a full list of titles, or did not provide a full list of titles, but he did say that there's going to be Missile Command, Pole Position, and Tempest are going to be part of the Easter eggs in the software
Lord have
update.
mercy.
And Pole Position, which clearly you don't play this while you're driving, but Pole Position you'll be able to use if you want, I think, the actual car steering wheel to drive the little car around the area.
What? So you
That's
can play
incredible.
it from the driver's seat? No. Why? What?
What do you mean?
Wait, what? Yeah,
Like,
what do you
I
mean?
thought
Of
he
course
was
you
gonna,
can play it from the driver's seat.
I thought he was gonna like put it like in the back seat for the kids or something. Why would you put a video
There's
game
no screens back there.
Yeah, there's no. Why would he do that?
There's only one screen up front.
not like in the back of the headrest or something?
Nah,
No,
man.
Why would you tempt any drivers?
It's
with
not going to be
anything
playable
other than
while
driving?
you're moving. It's
Yeah,
not.
they-
You're not
they
going to be
probably
able to be
disable it
driving the
while it's in
car and play
motion.
the game. It's only going to be a in-park kind of thing.
I don't know, man. I'm nervous about that.
Well, don't be, because if it can't work, it can't work. So you'll be fine. You're not going to get ran into, Edward. But if you do, that'll be a good story for the news. So
Exactly.
I've been
If they
in
got
local
that auto
podcast
drive
man
on,
gets
you should
ran
be
over
fine
by
anyway.
Tesla playing video game while driving.
I've run into 3 times by people not playing video games in the car. I don't want to tempt it any further.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
So he also made mention about how he's actually asking for game developers that if you're wanting to develop games, actually come to Tesla, meaning that he wants to introduce more games to not just the touchscreen, but also related to like phone and in real life kind of stuff. So I don't know. I don't think of Tesla as a as a game company, which I'm sure nobody else does either. But I mean, when Elon Musk goes saying, hey, if you want to make games, you should come work at Tesla, I bet some people are going to perk their ears up and be like, oh, maybe I should go over there.
Right?
So we'll just have to see what comes of it. Well, I thought it was interesting nonetheless.
Yeah. I tweeted out that you're gonna have to let me borrow that car when them Atari games jump off.
That's right.
We can
Just
run
so I
over
can
Ed.
do my driving and gaming. Exactly. And then back over him. Ka-dunk, like, why? Like,
I'm sorry, there was a reverse level.
yeah, exactly. It's weird to switch gears in this car. So Fallout 76's beta is coming in October.
Wow.
And Bethesda has said that it's actually the current plan is for the beta to be the full game and all your progress is saved for launch.
Wow.
And
Oh?
there's no NDA. So you can post your videos on YouTube and things like that. And I thought that was really interesting that it's going to be the full game. I mean, obviously the time is going to be maybe not that long, but at the same time, you're like, there's going to be people that just stay up and play this game and might be able to.
They're just really smart, man. Bessedia is just smart. It's like, yeah, we're gonna let this out. You can stream it because they want their game to be out there. They want people to, have a reaction to it. That's just super smart. Like, cater to your gamer fans that love what you do, and I think that's great. I love that.
So the Fallout 76 beta will start on Xbox One first, and then PlayStation 4 and PC to follow after. And then it comes out on November 14th, 2018.
Does anybody plan on jumping in? Do you have to pre-order to get into the beta, or is it going to be an open beta? Did it say? That's
a good question. I have no idea. I want to say I signed up for it, when all the E3 and all that stuff was happening.
Oh, right.
Oh, yeah, that sounds familiar.
I mean, this says redeem beta codes. 1, pre-order Fallout 76. 2, locate, which you can just, go to Best Buy or GameStop and put $5 down. Especially at GameStop, you can always move your $5 around. So if you want to get around being stuck with getting Fallout. 2, you get your redemption code on the receipt. Go to Bethesda.net or Bethesda, log in, enter the code, you'll get the beta. There you have that.
Boom shakalaka.
Because you love a
Those
beta.
Are the steps. I love a demo.
You do love a demo, that is for sure.
I will play the heck out of a beta, though.
A beta is basically a demo, right?
Kind of.
Yeah.
I think they're pretty much the same thing.
A buggy
Except
demo?
the demo is usually the finished product.
Yeah, a beta can be a buggy demo.
That's right. That's right. I don't love those as much.
Yeah.
What else you got, Chris?
So it looked like Horizon Zero Dawn is getting a board game from Steamforged Games, and they actually have the blessing of Sony Interactive Entertainment and Guerrilla, so it's not like they're just going rogue and trying to make one and hope it doesn't get shut down. They actually have license to be able to make this. They made a blog post speaking about it, and there's not really much on there outside of just them saying that, hey, this is coming. They do have 2 renders of some playable pieces of what you can kind of an idea of what they'll look like. There's an Aloy piece, and then there's one of the robotic animals. It's the Scrapper, the one that kind of looks like a wolf. They announced that they are going to be releasing a Kickstarter crowdfunding campaign for the board game. However, they've already done several other Kickstarters for board games based on video games. Like they did one for Dark Souls and for Resident Evil 2, and they all got funded like right away. So I don't feel like this is going to be like a shot in the dark kind of thing. And I mean, I would totally, as much as I could totally imagine bringing Horizon Zero Dawn board game to our game night, if it's more like, if it's really super in depth, one of those like you set it up and you got to keep coming back every week and playing again. Yeah, if it's going to be like that, well, probably not. But my ears are perked, and whenever the Kickstarter happens, I'll definitely be keeping an eye on it. I'm probably not going to fund the thing because I've never funded any Kickstarter. But if it becomes an actual product like their other ones did, I'll give it a go. I'll go check it out. I like me some Horizon Zero Dawn.
Right.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, I do. Game of the year 2017.
So you guys know Henry Cavill? He plays Superman.
Mm-hmm.
He said he'd be very interested in playing Geralt of Rivia in the Witcher series that's coming to Netflix. He said The Witcher 3, he played Wild Hunt all the way through.
Oh, that's awesome.
Henry Cavill. And he said the Witcher books are really, really good and well worth a read.
What?
This Joker is like a super fan of The Witcher.
Wow.
And
As he should be.
Yeah, he said he would be very interested in playing the lead. Could you guys see him in the lead role?
No, not really.
Anything's possible. Oh, never mind.
Well, you asked.
I think so. Yeah, I think he would be good.
I'd need to see him like with all the get up or whatever, but he seems too young, and Geralt seems like with the white hair and everything, just weathered and like gritty. He never comes off.
Yeah, but don't you think they could do that? I
know they can do makeup and stuff like that, but I'm just saying, just based when I hear his name and I see his picture, I don't automatically think, yeah, he'd make a dang good Geralt. That's not what I think at all.
It's Geralt, by the way.
Geralt, Skellige, Mellige, whatever. Gwent.
Oh, Gwent, pocket full of lint. Yeah.
No, I could see that. Yeah. I think he's a good actor. I think it would be. I don't know if that's my first choice, but the fact that he's that into it though he would put his all into that character, and I think that's true. That would do it justice. So
we'll see. And I was thinking that too, and I feel like his stature, like he's a little over 6 foot. He's really in shape.
Yeah, that's true.
And I feel like that's more important than the white hair and weathered.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all makeup. That's fine. That's not a problem.
Yeah, that's scars and everything and yellow eyes. Like, they could change all that.
Yes.
We've already taken a mustache off his face.
With flying success. Just successes all around.
It seems like we should be able to put a beard on his face and be fine.
That was bad.
Yeah. What else you got, Christopher?
So it looks like Movies Anywhere, which is the service where you can buy, if you buy digital stuff, digital movies like I do, it's the service where basically you can buy a movie in one location and then all the different services that are linked up to that service, you can now have that purchase across all the different ones. So for instance, if I buy a movie on iTunes, I can also get it on Vudu, or I could get it on Amazon, or I could get it on these other places. Or if I buy it in one of those places, it kind of syncs across all the other different areas.
I like that.
It looks like Movies Anywhere is going to be coming to Microsoft's movies and TVs for Windows and Xbox, which is kind of just getting it back in a way, because Movies Anywhere used to be called Disney Movies Anywhere, and then they shut that program down and relaunched it as just Movies Anywhere, and they opened it up to a couple of the other studios. So there's other studios involved with it now. It's not just related to Disney games. And back when it was Disney Movies Anywhere, it was on the Microsoft Store, but then ever since it went away, it hasn't been there. So it looks like it's going to be coming back, which is a really good thing again for me. If you buy digital movies, this is a really cool service that you can get them anywhere. And it's just one more of those kind of quality of life differentiators for them, because Sony is not part of Movies Anywhere. Now you can kind of get around that, because on the PlayStation you can put I think you can get Amazon on there, but you can also get Vudu for sure. So if your Vudu account is connected to this, you can watch your movies on a PlayStation. But Sony themselves in their little movie area, they're not tied to this. So the fact that Microsoft is just one more thing that they can say, like, hey, and we also offer Movies Anywhere kind of thing, and we offer name changes, and we offer blah 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 blah. So good for them, and I think you should definitely check it out if you're a Movies Anywhere guy, and definitely link up all your stuff, because that was one thing I didn't realize at first when I first signed up for it, that I was like, why is my stuff not syncing? You have to go in and manually link all the different services you want it to apply to, but once you've done that, you're golden, and you can watch your stuff across all the different services if you want. Yeah, it's really nice.
There you go. I like that. We talked last week about Nerf bringing out Overwatch guns, and they have shown another one, and it is Diva's light gun.
Oh,
yeah, it's cool.
Man, I'm gonna have to buy all these things.
Right?
I don't even use Diva. I don't use Reaper.
I don't either.
But I feel like there's about to be
neither one of y'all use Diva or Reaper ever.
Nah, Doc.
I use Diva sometimes, but I definitely do not use Reaper.
Man, you got to branch out. They're awesome.
Ugh.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know.
My Reaper dies real fast.
Yeah, exactly. I'm reloading before I've even begun, pretty much. They said the prices now. They said the range could be anywhere between $30 and $100.
Oh yeah, never mind. I'll just print out a picture and put it on the wall.
There you go.
Exactly, in support. And that's still kind of guessing, because there's not, they haven't priced them out yet, but since it is TBD. But I was just like, man, these would kind of look dope on the wall, probably.
Yeah.
Doggone it. I don't even play as Diva.
They're going to be really good for the cosplay people.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Very, very
true. I just stop making all these weapons out of like styrofoam and they fall apart. And we're like, dang it, security jacked up my gun.
What else you got, Christopher?
The only other thing that I have is that it looks like Fortnite's upcoming launch on Android devices will be bypassing the Google Play Store. They're going to be launching it directly from their site, just kind of the same way that they do on PC and Mac. And basically, this is going to let them skip out completely on the 30% store tax that they have. They call it a tax. Basically, they have to pay, like through Apple's store, anytime they sell something, they have to give a 30% cut of that to Apple or any other storefront where they do that. That's the same on the way it is on the consoles, both Microsoft and Sony and Nintendo. It is on Nintendo, right? Yes, Nintendo. So good on them that they're going to be able to go around there. Android, I think, is the only mobile operating system. Well, shoot, honestly, I can't even remember what other mobile operating systems there are besides Android and iOS. But between those two, Android's the only one where they'd have the ability to do this, and so it's going to be able to save them some money. And if you can do it, why not?
There you go.
It's always strange to me when, because I live in the Apple world and be like, oh yeah, I forgot you can just go rogue and go these other ways if you want sometimes on the Android side. So when these stories pop up there, I was like, oh yeah, that's a thing. Cool. Good on them.
It's a little weird to me. I feel like I'd rather have my thing where everybody could get it easily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
But I understand the money, but if you're giving it up everywhere else, then it's like, is that not, you know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. It seems weird.
But what's so weird about the Android iOS thing that I've never understood is like Alto's Odyssey for Android is free if you don't mind the ads.
Mm-hmm.
But it's $5 on iOS.
Is it really?
Yes.
Is it?
Part of the reason why I've never played it.
I know.
I look and I'm like, nope.
To remove the ads on Android is $2.
Right.
So you could either play it for free or get the ads removed and play it for $2. Like I don't know why there's such a huge difference there.
I do know that on a lot of games, like for instance, just speaking in the mobile world, obviously, but if let's say Altos comes out with the next Alto, it might launch first on iOS because, and I know that a lot of times
that's what it did this time too.
I know a lot of times they will charge right off the bat because there's been all these studies that have been shown that people on iOS are fine paying for things. They don't mind. Like they'll spend money on games and apps and whatnot. So a lot of times if an app launches and it is going to be paid on both, it may launch on iOS first. And then even sometimes it's a little bit of a cheaper price on Android because I guess they have trouble doing it. Plus on Android, it's my understanding, obviously I don't live in that world, but it's a little bit easier to pirate things over there as well. So I don't know. A lot of times that's also why things will launch first on iOS because they're like, well, let's get as much money out of it as we can here because when we launch on Android, there's going to be a segment of the community that's going to pirate us. Yeah, just like it is on PC. It can be pirated like anything else. So, but yeah, I always wondered that too because I remember the first time you talked about Alto's Adventure, and I was like, I'll check this out. I figured there might be, if nothing else, maybe a free to play version of it or something just to give it a shot. But it's always been $5. I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm not going to pay $5 for that.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't look. It's not like drawing me in that much. I'll just hold off.
Yeah, it's still good. Edward.
Yes, word.
What you got for the people?
Well, over on the YouTube channel. I don't know.
There you go.
I don't know, man.
Over on the YouTube, new this week, we've got about an hour of Forza Horizon 2, so you can look at that and see how pretty it looks for yourself. Mm-hmm. Looking at our top 10 YouTube videos, combining the average watch time and views for the week of July 30th through August 5th. Number 10, Watch Dogs 2, Part 48, Ghost Signals. Number 9, No Man's Sky. Welcome to the party.
What up, No Man's Sky?
We'll see you later. You won't be here long, but thanks for stopping by.
But yeah, exactly. Appreciate your ministry.
That's right. Number 8, Hue Part 7, Yellow. You can leave whenever you want. Number 7, Married to the Games, Episode 307, Ambien Kratos.
Oh, yeah. I'm so angry.
I love that. Number 6, Ori the Blind Forest, Part 14, Thornfelt Swamp.
Oh, it's deep. 6, huh?
I know. Because number 5, Gabe and Chris said, look out, we got to react to The Last of Us Part 2.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, you do.
The first time round.
Number 4, Hue Part 4, Pink. Number 3, Hue Part 10, University. Number 2, Hue Part 11, Ending.
Lord have mercy, Hugh.
Right? Settle the freak down.
Like, what? Is it that hard?
It's annoying. Yeah.
Oh.
Number 1, Watch Dogs 2, Part 19, Paint Job. can I interest you in some free PlayStation games?
I would love that.
Sure.
Yeah, that's right. We only had Xbox last week.
That's right. Hey, do you want to play Mafia 3? Because it's free on PS Plus.
Oh.
Go play that. Go play that. Go play that. Go play that.
Play it twice.
Oh, it's so good. Go play that.
I need to download it for
yes,
sure.
you do.
Oh, so good.
Wait, is it free right now? Probably.
Today?
It's for
Yeah,
August,
Tuesday. Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
Oh,
what a
yeah.
great game.
Mm-hmm. Suddenly,
I heard
Gabe
it's
has
just
something to do
okay.
on the road.
Exactly.
Gabe,
Man, can I tell you how much like I understand two-step verification, but it's really annoying to me.
yeah.
I don't like it.
Yeah.
I get it, but I don't like it.
So get you some Mafia 3. Find out what we've been yelling about for the past
Oh,
year and a half. And
so good.
That's right. I'm going right now.
so good. Shoot you some racists and have fun doing it.
Yep.
Also,
And listen to our
available-
boy too,
That's right. Lane Compton's on there.
Lane Compton.
Yeah. Dead by Daylight as well for the PlayStation Plus free games. Also on the PS3, Bound by Flame,
Huh.
Serious Sam 3 BFE.
You know what that means.
Yep. Better find Edward
Before everything.
before everything. On the PS Vita, Draw Slasher and Space Hulk. So play us some
Oh.
Mafia 3.
Exactly.
So play you some Mafia
Please,
3.
please
Do
play
it.
some.
Buddy.
Yeah, it's so good.
Do we have any reviews?
No new reviews this week.
Oh, that's okay.
That's all right. That's all right.
I feel like when you tell me no, it's like I just asked a girl for her number and she's like, nah,
Nah.
not today.
Nah. It's
There
not
was
that
a,
I don't want to dance. I don't want to dance with you.
Yeah, exactly. Because I love dancing.
I love dancing so much. I'll dance with almost anyone.
Except for your tail.
Is that your forever face? Yeah, no, I don't want to dance with you.
I got rhythm though. I don't care.
That's why there's DDR Max. Go dance at home.
Yeah, exactly. Go slip on your carpet with your plastic
That's funny.
footies and things.
You shouldn't be in public, sir.
Yeah. Every week we ask you guys a question. Last week is no different. We asked you guys, when was a time you told someone about a game and they ended up loving it?
Yeah.
Starting over on Twitter, Jamin Bassett at Jamin Bassett. The Persona series are ones I have recommended to my brothers over the years and now are a big point of mutual JRPG love for us.
Nice.
Also, the past 4 years and Destiny have been about 25% of all our gaming time.
Wow.
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 There you go. Jeff the Android, I have a friend who I showed the original God of War to. He's owned all 3 of the last PlayStations and only the God of War games.
What?
Oh, wow. He's owned all 3 of the last PlayStations and only the God of War games.
Wow.
He's 100%ed all of them, and they are all he knows video games to be.
That's
weird, right?
crazy.
Wow.
Wow.
That is crazy. Your friend need to branch out. You might need to introduce him to something else.
How bad would it be if he just thought it was a God of War machine? Like he didn't know it could play other games?
You're like, yeah, man, this thing is expensive.
I have the Sony God of War machine. What do you play?
That's one of the least known Marvel characters. The God of War machine.
The God of War machine. Over on Facebook, Josh Stapleton, literally yesterday, my wife and I had some friends over. Shout out to my buddy Tim, who is catching up on all past episodes. Whoop. Shout out to him. And we decided to play a game. I downloaded Overcooked thinking it would be fun for the group. It would be fun for the group. We passed around controllers as between the 2 families, there are 11 kids and 4 adults. And
Whoa.
everyone had a blast. We yelled,
Wow.
we
Nice.
laughed, and most importantly to me, my wife loved it. And
Nice.
we played more of it tonight after the kids went to bed.
Oh, that's
Nice.
awesome.
Well done.
Chances are good we will be playing this for a little while. Good time.
That's awesome.
I love that.
Mhm.
Perfect.
when the wife loves a game, it's like getting a platinum trophy.
It really is.
Right?
Mm-hmm. Robert Darrell Good Jr.
Bring it on down.
Bring it on down.
Darrellville.
I can't remember a specific game, but I have a friend who, for a while, compared hanging out with me to a gateway drug. Just saying.
Ooh.
I like that.
Okay.
He's also the friend that was like, hey, don't ask any questions, but I need $400.
Yeah.
It's not for the gateway drugs, I promise.
Oh,
No questions asked.
Yes. We got Putty over on Discord, which is Derek, who I met up with. Absolutely Stardew Valley for my wife, whom love Harvest Moon. She went from not playing anything in years to playing 20 hours in 4 days.
Nice.
Wow.
I like that.
Nice.
All right. Sit back for this answer. It's a long one. Bobby Trice, No Man's Sky next. That was it.
I was expecting a Lucas Ham Swisher response.
Yeah, I know. It's like, yeah.
You can unbuckle your seatbelt now.
Thank you.
That's
The shortest ride ever.
Spam, humbug. That's how I felt this last week. We were doing this meet and greet, and the line was just crazy long for Toby. And I was thinking about like when you're in line for a roller coaster, how you like, just, it's like one step at a time, right? And then you get to at least enjoy something for like 50 seconds or a minute and a half.
Right.
But Toby wasn't feeling good. Like I say, he's sick. So he was just kind of doing fist bumps and pictures. And I was like, dang, this is a long line for like, hi, click, see ya. And you're like, all right, well.
You get up there, and Toby's just like, No Man's Sky next.
Yeah. No Man's Sky next.
Right.
No Man's Sky next.
That's great.
Spam, humbug. I introduced a friend to The Longest Journey after playing it to completion. He became a huge fan of the series, so much that of the two of us, he's the only one who has finished the trilogy.
I don't know that. I'm not familiar with it.
I've never heard that either. The Longest Journey. It's the sequel to Oregon Trail.
It's
kidding.
The sequel to The Longest Packing Session.
Yeah. The packing simulator.
Tetris.
Suitcase simulator.
Yes. Stumpwater Jack, Chumpy, I know you're referring to video games, but I told my D&D group I was looking into another tabletop RPG for us to try once in a while. And when I mentioned Monster of the Week, they absolutely love the idea. Brief summary. Imagine playing as a monster hunters like the Winchesters, Buffy, or Scooby-Doo together.
Yeah. I don't know what that is.
I've heard of Scooby-Doo.
Wow.
But I want to
never heard
be
of
so
the
impressed right now.
You've heard of Buffy, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I think the Winchesters are supernatural. I think.
I don't know. So it's like if you played as all those guys together in one game. That could be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love you, Gonzo. Road
I
crew.
feel like
the Winchesters.
I feel like
right
this
now.
is a really awesome thing. I'm just not nerd enough to know. I do know Buffy. I still don't know what the Winchesters are.
Yeah, but you know Buffy and Scooby-Doo.
I
Two out
do.
of three.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, the concept of monster hunting does sound fun.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Yeah, exactly. That's right. Well,
But if it's Scooby Doo,
All right.
they're not actually going to be monsters. They'll just be a dude in a mask, right?
That's right. The old man.
I think until the later ones. Yeah. Is there ever a time that it wasn't somebody in a mask?
I don't remember
so.
one.
Yeah, me either. I just didn't know if like in the movies or something they actually, I don't know. Q4P Mike BC. Actually, thanks to Ed Placencia, I really love the Jackbox game.
Hey.
And now they are staples of family gatherings with my parents. My teenager and my wife don't like them as much as I do, but everyone will play to make my mother happy.
Oh,
She
that's cool.
loves it.
That's
Nice.
awesome.
That's amazing. And then in the same vein, Mr. Not So Kosher, I have totally converted a number of Brazilians to the ways of Jackbox games.
Very nice.
Some of them will only hang out or visit us if Jackbox will be involved. Jackbox just brings people together.
That's not a sign.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my gosh. They might not fall into the friend category. It's like, hey man, you guys want to go over for dinner? Like, you guys gonna be doing Jackbox? No, not this week. Oh man, we have a thing.
Yeah, sorry.
We'd love to, but
I'd love to, but I don't want to.
I'm not gonna. Well, you know where to find us. Facebook.com/married to the games, Twitter.com/MTTGcast. Of course, you can come over to the website, marriedtothegames.com. We just sent out another shirt this week. Thank you, whoever that was. I don't remember who it was. And like Ed said, youtube.com/married to the games, and on Patreon, patreon.com/MTTG. If you'd like to support the show, we would appreciate it. And like we've been saying all show, Chris McCracken,
rate us on iTunes, because I need a 5-star rating because I lost Lip Sync Battle, so make me feel better.
Hey, there you go. I like that.
That's perfect.
Well, let's get into some questions.
Alrighty then, let's get into some Discord. Let's get into some Jared Orr. What TV and or movies have you seen recently? Anything good? I have really been enjoying Castle Rock on Hulu. It's an adaptation of several Stephen King novels. It's
down to Castle Rock.
That was close. So close, Gabe. So close.
Not the same thing?
No.
It's got a cool horror movie atmosphere, but no jump scares. Check it out. Yeah, I've heard good things about Castle Rock.
Yeah, I want to see that.
I thought I'd seen it. I thought I knew the song.
with Muppets and Jim Henson and everything.
Right.
Yeah.
So close. So close.
Shoot. Okay.
I watched the first 2 seasons and then started season 3 and then stopped. But I went back on Netflix. There's Narcos, which is all about
I heard that's good.
Which Pablo Escobar and the Cali Cartel, and it is so good. I'm almost done with season 3, and I've been loving that. It's just so good.
Good. We went and saw I talked about it last week, but we went and saw Mission Impossible.
And you enjoyed it, right?
And that's we enjoyed it a lot. And that's the only thing I've seen like taken in entertainment wise.
I will say on the movie front, man, A Quiet Place was
that was good.
Incredible. If you have not seen it, it should be. It's out on DVD now, I think. Oh, so good. Woo.
Yeah, I saw that on the road because Jenny would not see that, John.
No?
That was good.
I'm trying to convince Lauren to watch it, but I don't know if she will.
Yeah. Chris?
Stacy and I started watching season 2 of Anne with an E on Netflix.
How is that?
It's good so far.
That's good, right?
Yeah, it's good so far.
Really good.
I think we're 3 or 4 episodes in. I don't know how many there is total. Good, digging that so far. And then we just recently finished season 1 of Fastest Car, which is on Netflix. It's about each episode they get 4 people together to race each other. It's a quarter-mile race, and one of them is a supercar, and the other 3 are all sleeper cars, and they just do little vignettes on each of the drivers, and then they race. And then at the very end of the series, the winner from each episode, they all race together in one quarter, or actually I don't know if it's a quarter mile, it might be a bit longer, but they do one last race that's like 7 cars wide and in one of those dry lake beds kind of thing.
Oh, so, cool.
Yeah, it's really well shot. I enjoy the little stories, and I've always been into cars and racing, so it has that added element for me. But Stacy really got into it as well, and she really liked it. Movie-wise, I haven't seen anything new in a while. The only thing that's somewhat new, and it's not brand new, but I bought the digital release of Infinity War, so I've been watching that over again.
Yeah. Very nice.
I put it on the iPad, and then I'll watch a little bit, and then I'll stop, and then I'll pick it back up. And last night I finished it, so I've done one watch through since I bought it digitally. Obviously, it came out of the theater like months ago, so it's been out a while, but it's new on digital, so there's that.
Nice. Ed, did you say one?
We haven't been watching anything as far as TV, anything that we hadn't been watching already. So I haven't discovered anything new. Movie-wise, I just watched on HBO The Zen Diaries of Gary Shandling.
Oh, wow. How was that?
It's phenomenal. It's a 2-part documentary. It's like so cool. 4.5 hours.
I've never even heard of that.
Yeah, it's really, really well done. It's done by Judd Apatow.
Oh, that's awesome. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Does it go through like his career and like what is it? Is it docuseries?
Yeah, his career, his life, and then of course interviews all the other comedians who kind of were touched by or inspired by Gary, and just, you know, it's just so weird because you forget how much of an impact people have on things.
That's right.
Especially,
exactly.
You know, Gary Shandling hadn't done a ton of things for such a long time that you forgot what he did impact or who he did influence. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of nice to go back and see those reminders.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
What about you,
I like
Gabe?
it.
What about you? Oh, you already said.
Yeah, nothing.
Chris?
All right. NovaFlix, do you guys have your own barber for your head and face? If so, how long have you been using them and how often do you go? If not, how are you able to take care of it yourself?
With some clippers.
There you go.
Mine, you can't really mess mine up, so.
Nope.
Ed, do you have a barber?
Yes, her name is Sarah, and
hey,
I go usually just whenever she says, "You need a haircut," then I'll sit down and I'll play a game, and she'll cut my hair.
That's awesome.
I like it.
Yeah.
Christopher?
We have this hairdresser lady that we go to. It's someone that Stacy went to for a long time, and then I went to her once, and I just kept going there. I'm the type of person that once I find somebody that cuts my hair away that I like, I just continue going there until it's no longer an option. So that's where I go.
Yeah, why not still go there?
I've never been to a barber like for the beard, but Stacy's really been telling me like, you should go, just try it, see what it's like. And
that would be fun.
I've been wanting to do it, but I just haven't yet. I just hadn't done it yet.
Yeah.
I did it once, and it wasn't the experience I was really hoping that it would be.
Is that because of just the place you ended up going, you think? Or do you just think overall?
Think so.
Okay.
Yeah, you got to go to that cool hipster style barber, and I think you get a better experience.
Yeah, where they like lay you back and put the hot towel on you.
Exactly.
And you up.
Part of me doesn't want to do it only because I think I'll enjoy it, and I don't want to need another thing to be paying for monthly or whatever.
Yeah, but it's not that expensive.
It's not that bad.
No, it's not.
No, it's not that bad. We'll get you a gift
over
card,
like
Chris.
$10 or $15, you need not go there.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm the same way with you, Chris. There's a girl that cuts my hair, and I've been going to her for 6-7 years now. Mm-hmm. And yeah, it's like when you have somebody that knows you, and we talk the whole time, and you know get caught up, and she knows Piper, of course, and it's fun. It's a good time.
Awesome.
Yep. Chris the Rock. I finally went back and listened to the 85 first episodes, which are the only ones I missed. I don't usually do that, but it's totally worth it. Around episode 80, you guys talked about making a video game starring the three of us, which was Hall, Gabe, and me at the time. You talked about possible powers, but I can't resist sharing my idea at Pollen Boy at T Router. Imagine if you could draw pollen from flowers like Delson from neons. Then when you're filled, you could get a giant Kamehameha style sneeze on your enemies. That would look awesome.
Kamehameha is Dragon Ball Z, by the way.
Okay.
So that would look awesome on PS4. So since they weren't around for episode 80, what cool powers would Chris and Ed have in that game?
Oh, jeez.
There you go.
I would totally pull a Guardians of the Galaxy, and I would just be able to do a dance-off right there to fight all of my enemies.
That's perfect. Yep.
I like that. Good. Edward?
I'd just be like good in a pinch.
Be good
what
in
does
a
that mean?
pinch.
Like I'm like Nathan Drake. I can just like, whoops, let's go wriggle out of here. Oh yeah, okay, we're safe.
I like that. What's your superpower? Good in a pinch.
Yeah, good in a pinch. It's like he's literally useless unless like Jump hits the fan.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Just good under pressure. That's all.
Be like if all three other superheroes are taking care of everything else, he's like Ed's useless.
Right. Exactly.
He's like I'm only good with situation gets a little sticky.
Yeah. Ed's playing video games while everybody's saving the world until there's an issue, and then he's right there.
That's right.
Here, hold my controller. I got this. That's so awesome.
Move.
Hold my beer.
Hold my beer.
Move. Move.
That's awesome.
That is funny.
That was good. Good, man. That's awesome that you're listening to those episodes. That's great.
I know,
Thanks,
right?
Chris. All right, Mr. Not So Kosher. Hey, OG Morning Crew, how are you? On this day in 1929, Babe Ruth hit his second consecutive grand slam in a baseball game and did really amazing things in the sport of baseball. If you could be amazing in any sport, which would you choose, and what amazing feat would you like to accomplish in said sport? Feel free to give all the details of your illustrious imaginary career. Ed?
I think I would choose basketball because that's the one that most people, like you run into a pickup game the most often.
Hey, there you go.
Oh, that's right. You just freaking slice them up on the court.
Right.
Chris?
What?
Right? Slice them up?
Right. Slice them up on that
real
court.
nice.
Slice them up on the court.
I play basketball with a knife.
Guess what? I'm good in a pinch.
Exactly.
That's right.
Well, Ed's not good at basketball unless he's down by 20.
That's right.
Which is every game. And then he comes back on him.
That's also right.
Jeez.
That's funny.
I don't know. I feel like I'd want to be a quarterback that just wins like a Super Bowl for every 15 years that he plays. Something crazy like that.
Nice.
There you go. I'll take winning an Evo. Like if I was like just baller at Street Fighter,
There you go.
I wouldn't mind doing that and having like I feel like that's pretty fun and that's not too like age intensive.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you could be really good at Street Fighter or whatever they choose for a long time.
Yeah.
I wish I was better. Like watching these Overwatch guys, like it's almost not even fun to watch their screens. They're moving so fast.
Right.
But with a fighting game, you have more of that just standard, side view and go back for. I feel like it's more entertaining to watch the actual screen where when you're watching the Overwatch stuff, like especially when people are playing Widowmaker and stuff, they're zooming in and out and flipping around so fast. Like I'm like, bleh. Like, oh, God.
I just threw up a little in my mouth.
Exactly.
Oh, wow. Ugh. I would be like you, Chris. I'd probably play football, maybe like wide receiver, game-winning touchdown, win Super Bowl, something like that. That'd be cool.
That would be cool.
All right, moving on to Facebook. Gabriel Anthony Marcano. Gentlemen, where were you born and raised? Where and why do you live where you live now?
Ooh, that's
to
a
give
good
you
question.
to give you a Cliff Notes version for me, born 1990 in San Bernardino, California, kidnapped
1990.
1990. So this is interesting. Born 1990 in San Bernardino, California, quote, kidnapped, end quote, and moved to Northern California, then put into foster care, adopted at 3, and moved to San Diego at age 8. Now I reside in Jacksonville, Florida with my beautiful wife, who is expecting, and my 2 beautiful children. I never anticipated leaving California, but God has an interesting path for us, doesn't he? Thank you guys for sharing your stories and insight on gaming. Gabriel, thank you for sharing that, man. That is amazing.
Yeah. None of us are going to be that
Exactly.
I have
that
so
interesting.
many follow-up questions.
Yeah, there's a lot of follow-up questions.
Like, I just want to pause the podcast and talk about him for a
I
second.
know, yeah. Like, hold up. Kidnap, in quotes.
Right?
Yeah.
You can't just breeze by that.
Yeah,
I know. Kidnap, then now I'm in Florida. You're like, wait.
Yeah, whoa. Let's back that up a little bit.
Why do you pump the brakes?
Yes, please tell us more. We'd love to know. If you want, you can. What we can do, email us mailbag@marriedtothegames if you'd like to go further. Because I always any of those type of stories that you may or may not want on the show, I will be sure to pass on to the guys.
Yeah, we don't have to read it on the show.
Yeah.
Nope. Yeah, we're all very curious now.
Curiosity.
Yeah,
Right?
So,
Christopher.
I was born in old DF Dub. I live in old DF Dub.
I love when Texas comes out. I was born in DF Dub.
Yeah, I was born and raised here in the DFW Metroplex and still live here. I live on the opposite side of where I grew up, but still live here.
Ooh, chance taker.
Yeah.
Crossing the road.
What about you, Edward?
I was born and raised right here in northeastern Indiana, and moved around all over the place, and then now we're back.
And now you're
Where's
back.
some of the places you've lived?
California.
I moved to Cannon, Arkansas, and Reagan.
I know, right?
I've been everywhere, man.
Exactly.
That's really funny.
So you've been, say where you've been, because you have been all over the place.
Yeah, you have been.
Los Angeles to Atlanta to Charlotte, back to Atlanta to Tampa, back to Los Angeles to Lancaster, Pennsylvania to Nashville to Chicago to New York to Indiana to Lancaster, and then back to Indiana.
Back to Indiana.
I'm
Wow.
everywhere.
And how much of that was like exactly?
I've been everywhere, man.
And then how like a lot of that was your adult life, right?
Yeah, well, I moved.
That's not like a parent situation.
Yeah, I moved when I was 21. I moved to California.
Jeez.
Yeah.
That is insane.
Louise,
That's awesome.
jeez.
Router.
Luisi's. So I was
That's the exact opposite of Chris.
my father. Yeah, right. My father was in the army, so I was born in Munich, Germany. Stayed there for about a year or so, and then came back to the States. Then went back in the 1980 80 to 82 to, at the time, was West Berlin. Then came back, went to Norfolk, Virginia, then to Fairfax, Virginia, then up to Philly, and now I'm here.
Nice.
Wow. Germany.
Yeah, man.
Right?
Jawohl.
Yeah. I've not done too much moving. I was born in Santa Cruz, California, and lived there until my parents divorced, and then we moved and lived with our grandparents for a little bit in San Francisco, and then moved from San Francisco to Nashville, and then
Nice.
There was like a really quick time where my mom moved to Mobile, Alabama, and it looked like I was gonna have to move to Mobile,
Yeah.
but I didn't. And,
Hallelujah.
I fought the good fight. So just been in Nashville this whole time.
What age did your parents divorce?
I think they divorced when I was 7 or 8, and then we moved when I was like 9 or 10 to Nashville.
Nice.
Yes, sir.
There it is.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Mike Peckett, worst game you ever finished? Ed?
Ooh,
Life is Strange.
That's right. Yeah, you did not like that, did you?
Nah.
Shaq Fu for me.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah,
I
absolutely.
just finished it. I did not like that crap. Chris?
I don't think if I end up not liking a game, I tend to not finish it. I just walk away and be like, I got something else to play.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Shoot. Maybe.
Is there a game that you kind of like just kind of force yourself? I mean, you're kind of doing that with Detroit, it seems like.
I mean, kind of, because I don't like the mechanical part of it, but the story-wise, I actually am intrigued by it. Honestly, that's what's keeping me there,
Okay,
is because I'm interested to see what's going to happen with these three characters, and a little game with a game within a game with myself. I'm trying to make sure that I can keep Connor alive. I don't want to see can I keep him from dying one more time, you know? So I don't know that there's a game that I've ever got to where like, oh, this game is horrible and I just do not like it where I finished it. I usually will just walk away. I got no shame on that. I'll just be like, and I got something better to do.
Matt Lighty's not going to like me. Halo.
Oh.
Man, you finished Halo?
I finished the first one, struggled through it, and was like, oh, thank God.
Glad that's over.
Glad it's over. And I'm with you, Chris. I usually, like, if there's a game I'm not liking, I'm like, oh, I'm done with this. But I had to power through on that one.
There are definitely games that I may be going in, feel like I'm probably not going to like this, and I'll at least give them a go. But yeah, I don't think I've ever finished one just out of be like, see, I can definitively say I hate this because I finished it. I've never been in that situation.
Yeah, there you go. All right, final question over on Twitter. Derek Putnam, what is your favorite meme?
Meme?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I love
Whichever
them all. Are you
one
kidding?
you guys make for the show this week.
Hey.
Everyone that comes out.
I like that one where Shaq's doing his shoulders and then it goes to that cat doing its shoulders.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
a good one.
I
I love them all. I think it's so fun. I have a like for when we text, we do the GIFs and meme generators, so you can kind of create your own. And that's pretty much all how I text people now, especially Lauren. I'm just sending her memes everywhere.
Do we know where that started? Like the word meme, like why it's that?
I do not know.
Let's see. Let's
know,
go
but
to
somebody can look it up.
knowyourmeme.com.
Google.
There you go.
And let's see if they can tell
look
us.
on Google. It's all good. Chris, do you have a favorite one while you're thinking about it?
I don't know. I do use animated GIFs a lot. I don't know if this is considered a meme or not, but one thing that I'll use a lot in text form is the little shrug guy. I use him a lot.
Yeah, you do use those. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, you do love Shrug Guy.
Ed.
I don't know. Is a meme and a GIF? They're not the same thing, right? The meme has
pretty
the words
much.
on it.
They've overlapped enough.
There's a one of George Michael from Arrested Development just collapsing under the ground.
Oh, yes.
I seem to use that a lot in text whenever Sarah asks if her brother can come stay with us.
Oh no!
That's awesome.
Jeez Louise.
That's perfect.
I don't even reply. I just, here you go.
Put that on there.
Collapse to the ground.
I love that meme. Oh, that's really
shoot.
funny.
That's funny. I haven't seen that one. That's funny though.
That's it. That is it
like
for
it.
all of the questiones. Thank you so much, everybody.
Wait. Well, the question for you guys is, I feel like we all have them. Some people are more disciplined than I am, and I get that. But what is your ultimate, just one more game? You know, when it's late, you're supposed to have been in bed like 30 minutes ago, and you're like, just one more. Do you guys
Clash
have an
Royale for
ultimate
me. Yep.
Clash Royale.
Absolutely.
Nice. Chris, do you have one?
I've had a lot of them over the years. I used to do that with Call of Duty. I've done that with Hearthstone. I've done that with Overwatch. And here recently, I've been doing that with H1Z1. I get hooked in the whole one more time loop a lot.
Yeah.
There you go. Ed?
Yeah, definitely Overwatch for me.
Overwatch. Nice. Mine would be anything I'm losing at.
Ooh,
Yeah.
nice.
It
You
doesn't
can't go out
matter
on a loss,
what-
right?
I cannot go out on a loss. It started with, I'm already competitive, but it really sunk in when Jenny was pregnant with Amara, and we would pass the controller back and forth and play people online in Dr. Mario, and we would not let ourselves go to bed on a loss.
You and I did that on Rocket League a couple times too. We're like, man, we can't
That's
go out on
right.
a
We're
loss.
like, One more.
Nope. Yep.
Nah, one more.
Nah, dude.
Come on. Nah, one
Nah.
more. No, run it back. No. Right now, let's go. No. No. That ain't make sense. Nah. All right.
By myself.
Last one. For real. Seriously. Last one. Unless I lose. Last one.
All right, we got this. We got this.
We got this. Let us know what your ultimate just one more game is. And we will talk about it next week. Thank you guys so much for listening. 308 in the books. 308.
That is awesome.
That's a lot of episodes. If you just started listening, people go back to the beginning. You don't have to, though. We don't encourage it. You know, we were growing. Just from here on out, we're good. Just here on out. I'm Gabe Patillo. That is Tim Router. That is Ed Placencia. That is Chris McCracken. And we are married to the games, and we are up out this thing. Peace!